Straight up, not that long ago, I almost quit music entirely. This is gonna be a little bit of a longer video than I normally do, but if you're a musician who's felt the same way or currently feeling the same way, maybe stick around, maybe my story will help you. If you want to hear about why I'm not quitting music, please stick around to the end of this video. I know this is a long video, but most apps have a way to speed up the video, so please consider doing that. So I've just been down on the whole music thing, and like certain events around the world have definitely contributed to that. And if you're feeling down because you want to help the people in Palestine, Congo, Sudan, and so on, like I made a video here with some cool resources on different ways you can help. So in order to make it in music these days, there's a certain rubric you have to follow. You have to release music this often, you have to post this particular kind of content. When you do write songs, you have to do it in such a way that it's both clippable and short. Like there are actually people out there saying, hey, artists, cut out all the intros to all of your songs because analytically speaking, people are more likely to skip it if they hear the intro and you don't go straight into the verse. And there's a million other how-to videos on like what you're supposed to do as an artist. And here's the thing about a lot of those takes. They're right. So many of them are just things that I don't particularly care to do. And as a result, it makes me just sit there and think like, okay, then what the hell am I doing? And I get it. You have to be a content creator if you want to be able to do the music thing these days. I don't even mind that. I love making content. I literally have 3 other channels that I regularly post to. For me, there's a huge difference between creating content like this and creating content as a musician. I'm doing stuff like this is it. Like if you like cooking, if you like D&D, if you like sports, like you can just follow these pages and we can have fun with it. That's it. With music, there's much more of a salesman aspect to it. You have to advertise yourself in such a way that you can get people from your platforms to Spotify so you can get Spotify streams so people will actually take you seriously. And for me, it sucks, it feels icky, and I hate it. But when I try to create content that I actually enjoy making on behalf of the band, it's like I hear that little voice in my head saying, that content's not gonna drive people to your Spotify, what are you doing? I get it, we play late 90s, early 2000s, like pop punk emo. It's a very nostalgic genre, and I personally don't consider myself a very nostalgic person, but if there's one thing that does make me nostalgic, it is that kind of music. Upbeat, it's fun, and it's damn fun to play live. Just that on the social media front, I feel like I've let too many of these rubrics on how to make it seep its way into the content that I create, and I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, not what I want to be doing. I want to create content that shows appreciation for the genre, and not just content that comes across like a long-running ad to go get people to listen to our Spotify. Like, but don't get me wrong, you absolutely should, it's good stuff, but like, I don't want that to be the only thing we do. To that point, music is just one thing that I do. Like, I love making cooking content, sports content, D&D content. So if making it in the music industry requires me to give up all those other aspects of my life and focus exclusively on music, then like, I don't want to make it. I just want to have fun playing music for my friends and playing for other people who enjoy the genre. Or hell, introducing people to the genre if they've somehow escaped it. Then just whatever happens, happens. I've also been doing just a lot of self-reflecting and just kind of coming to the realization that a lot of the things that does require you to be a successful musician, I'm just not really that into. One of the big things everyone always looks forward to as a musician is touring. And I'm very much a homebody. I'm not a fan of long drives. I don't really like traveling. I don't like being away from home for that long. I've done some light touring in the past, but it's always been fine because we were only gone for a couple of days at a time. I couldn't imagine being gone for multiple weeks or months on end. It would also require me to give up a job that I absolutely love. I make a good living literally helping people. It's a job that still allows me to do the music thing a little bit. Like, I mean, having to choose one or the other is a no-go, but being able to do both is amazing. With that in mind, I understand that I'm not going to be able to do the quintessential dream of going out and seeing the country on the road and playing like in every city and stuff like that. But also at the same time, like, maybe that was just never a good dream for me in the first place. And it's kind of interesting because like when I was younger, that's very much what I wanted. But now that I'm older, like I realize that, yeah, maybe that's not what I wanted all along. I just like the idea of it. For me now, I am more than satisfied with being a really great Pacific Northwest band and just kind of having that be it. I'm fine with that. If you've made it this far into the video, you're awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Here's why I'm not quitting music. I was talking with my bandmates the other day about a lot of the things that I've already mentioned in this video. And to cut an already really long story short, like we put everything out on the table and was like, okay, what did we have fun with the most? And basically we just came to the conclusion that it was when we just didn't give a damn. When we would do whatever we wanted and the only thing we cared about was getting up and playing music and showing the audience a really good time. Over the years, we were asked to open so many shows because warming up the audience and showing them a good time was our bread and butter. Or like when we would just go play bars for 3 hours and play a bunch of covers for people. Have people come up and be like, hey, You want to sing this song? Hell yeah, let's do some karaoke from hell. Or like have people pick the next song we were gonna play, like getting the audience involved in our show and just having this great collective experience. One of our most fond memories was we were playing a show and we just put something out on our Facebook back when that was a big thing and asked people like, hey, we want to play a cover on our next show. What do you want us to play? And we got a bunch of suggestions, a lot of repeat suggestions, and instead of just picking one, we were just like, let's do a medley. Screw it. If I remember correctly, the medley went something like, we opened with Every Rose Has Its Thorns by Poison, we went into Last Resort by Papa Roach, followed by Brain Stew by Green Day, Self-Esteem by The Offspring, Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top, and then I think we ended it with All the Small Things as we usually do. I think there might have been one more in there too. We loved it, the audience loved it, and the whole reason we did it in the first place because we decided to take all conventional rules, throw them out the window, and just say, let's go. So we just came to the conclusion that, screw it, let's just do whatever we want. Like convention be damned. Not letting what is required to make it dictate what our actions are. So we're gonna spend the next few months really learning a ton of covers and really leaning into setting up nights where we can have late 90s, early 2000s tribute nights where we can all get together at a bar and for a couple hours just bask in the enjoyment of the music we all grew up loving. Maybe having audience members come up and sing with us or like roll for the next song. Rules, baby. I might make some content around that too. That just sounds fun. Don't get me wrong, we'll still absolutely be writing and recording originals and releasing those from time to time. And yeah, even playing the occasional show where we get up and just play our originals and maybe a cover or two in there. I think we just spent way too much time getting bogged down by what is required to quote unquote make it, that it just stopped being fun and getting away from the reason we got into music in the first place. Getting back to making content that I love doing and not content I'm supposed to make. So in conclusion, don't quit making music. You're doing great. Find what you love about it and lean into it. And for us, it's always been live shows and showing people a damn good time. So that's what we're going to do. Hey, we're trying to compile a list of covers that we can play at any given show. So if you're interested or you want to hear us cover a particular song live, throw it in the comments. We'll add it to the list. Anyway, again, sorry for the super long, almost 8-minute video or whatever, but I love you. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, I'll see you at a show. Take care.